Hey fam, what's up and welcome back to my channel, and say hi to Miss Lola Bear over here. Can you see her? I love when I go to film and she like follows me up the stairs and she gets in her little chair. Like I feel like she thinks we're like working together, which just melts my heart. So I just had to say that. You know what, Lola? Matter of fact, I think anytime you're in here, I should wear my cat ears. Let me get in my Lola zone. How cute are we? We're like the cutest kittens ever. Anyway, today I want to do my updated summer foundation routine. And I know I show it a lot in videos and tutorials, but I don't really talk about the products individually. I just kind of like so I thought today would be fun to kind of sit down and just talk about all the things I use to put my face together in the summer months. So first let's talk about what I use to prep my skin lately, and I know a lot of people love this, a lot of people don't love it. I did purchase this myself from Sephora. This is the Farsali Rose Gold 24 Karat Gold Elixir, and I've talked about this in videos before. I personally don't know that the gold in this serum makes your skin, you know, super great. I don't know that. Some people have said that it does. Some people say it's kind of just, you know, gimmicky. However, the oil itself I love for prepping my skin. The only thing for me is I don't like to put my foundation on right away after applying this. Right when I get up, I will apply this all over my face. I've actually already applied it today because I like to give it about a half hour to soak in, but I love how it makes my skin look. It makes it super dewy and just glowy, and I do believe it makes it more supple and a little plumper. So I really love starting with the Farsali oil. So that's what I use to prep my skin today. Next, let's move on to primer. So there's a few I've been loving. The first one here is the Urban Decay Urban Defense Primer. I love this because it has SPF 30 in it, which of course is fantastic for summer. Almost serum-y, it's very smooth, and I feel it does a great job of filling in my pores and fine lines and things like that. The other one that I've been loving, and I'm going to use it today, is the Bye Bye Pores by IT Cosmetics. This, I think, creates such a great base for my makeup. I love that it's not so wet. It's a little bit of a drier primer. It does a great job of hiding my pores and that. I will say it does kind of lighten my skin. It gives a bit of a white cast. I might be using too much, but I wanted to let you know that in case you do have more pigment in your skin. If you are deeper complected, it might leave a little bit of a white film. I've just noticed that on myself, but maybe I'm using too much. I'll kind of take another look today when I'm using it. But I think it's really great. It's oil-free. It's a skin perfecting serum primer, they say. So I'm going to get a pump of this on my hands, and I like to just use my hands for my primer. I like to go all the way under my eyes and stuff. But it feels so smooth. Like, it really is such a smooth primer. I love the texture of it. Next for foundation, this brush. This is new. This is a new Sigma Beauty brush. I just did a video on this, so if you missed it, I'll link it down below. I also did a Sigma Beauty Snapchat takeover, which was super fun, and I used this to apply my foundation. It has changed my foundation application time. I can't put it down, so I'm sorry that it's dirty because I've been using it every day. It's the Sigma 3D HD Max Kabuki brush, and this is for sale now on their website. Also, a subscriber tipped me off that when you spend $30, you get a free F80 foundation brush. That was my original favorite foundation brush from Sigma. It was the one I only used for years and years and years, but this has somehow sadly replaced it. Like, I'm so much more obsessed with this one. I kind of want to compare. Just if you've heard me talk about the 3D HD Kabuki brush before, this was the original 3D HD. This is the new Max Kabuki. You can see how much larger the new 3D HD Max Kabuki brush is. Also, it has more angles on the sides. It's pointed on all sides, which I think is really interesting, but it has changed my foundation application. I'm done in like 30 seconds. It does a great job of applying my makeup. I've also heard people compare it to the Kat Von D, and I just kind of wanted to hold them up next to each other so you guys could see the difference. In my opinion, the Sigma one is still larger. There are way more hairs. Oh, gosh, this is disgusting. Who am I? There are way more hairs and fibers in the Sigma one, and I do love the Kat Von D one. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it, but for me personally, this is just faster, it's quicker, and it's more flexible. Like, I like the bristles kind of move around more than my Kat Von D one did. It's a little stiff in my opinion. I do have an affiliate code if you guys wanted to save some money on this brush. Not saying you need to, you're fine to just use the brushes you've always had. Now, for foundation, you guys, I have a few favies. It's a classic, it's an oldie but a goodie. The Revlon Color Stay has been my jam again recently. I love the smell of this. Is that funny? It has like a heavy makeup smell. For some reason, to me, that smell is just like so sentimental. I know the smell has nothing to do with freaking your application or anything, but I love the smell. This baby though is what I've been using, honestly, almost every day for the past well, no, not 2 weeks, like week and a half. This is the L'Oreal 24 Hour Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I love a dewy finish in the summer. I just do. I love when my skin just looks supple and healthy and pretty and not so matte and dry. So I've been really favoring this foundation, and that's what I'm going to use today. Mine is in the shade, this is in the shade 202 Creamy Natural. So I'm going to get a little dollop of that on the back of my hand. I am going to use my 3D HD Max Kabuki brush to apply this. You guys can see how quickly it applies, but I just love to just go boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna take it here and run it underneath my eyes. This is my favorite part. It's so perfectly angled that you can just swipe it right underneath your eye. If you already have your eye makeup on, it's like a godsend because it doesn't even touch it. Same with your lips. You know how you usually get a little bit of foundation on your lips? This brush, it does not even touch your lips. It's like really the perfect size for your face. I love that I can even clean up underneath my eyebrows with this and it doesn't even touch them. Oh, it's just really, I'm really impressed with this brush. I can't lie. It might be my favorite one that they have created so far for foundation application. And you don't only have to use it for foundation, you know, you can use it for contouring, you can use it for blush, highlighter, whatever. I love like how you can just kind of like, you know, it's like painting. I love how it applies. I feel like it just gets such a wide portion of your face so quickly. And then right here, this is where I was really impressed. You can clean up the tops of your brows without ever touching or disturbing your brows. It's just really designed to hit every angle of your face. I mean, I don't even hit my hairline, which is amazing. And then this here too, you can bring it down onto your nose in between your brows. I know that's always an awkward place to put foundation, but it does not even disrupt them. Now, I'm about to say something I thought I would never say, you guys, because to be perfectly honest, I've hated cream contour like since it became a huge thing on YouTube. I know people and makeup artists have always been doing cream contour. It's nothing new. For me personally though, I couldn't stand it. I just preferred powder. But after receiving this product, it's just been my life. I almost already need another one because I'm using it so much. It blends so freaking beautifully. This is the Benefit Cosmetics Hula Quickie Contour Stick. I love how natural it looks. It's just perfect. It's stunning on the skin. And to be honest, like, I guess I didn't love cream contouring because I think I just wasn't very good at it. It wasn't anything with like, I don't know, with the technique or with the products. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit and I have used it on my channel, but I just never felt like I was good at cream contouring at all. But with these next two products, I feel like it's just completely changed my little contouring life. So that was probably a lot that I just put on. See, I get carried away with cream contour. That's why it's not been my favorite. I'm also going to do a little on the sides of my nose here. But, I don't know, this little contouring stick has just changed my mind about cream contouring. I really like it. Get a little nub there. For this, I'm also going to use another new Sigma Beauty brush, and this, again, they're just changing the game. I love Sigma because I know them very well. I personally know how hard they work on brushes. They spend so long just sitting and thinking and trying out different brushes that they physically create. They're not just ordering them from some factory. I know the owners work extremely hard to design very unique and useful brushes, not just silly like, oh, here's another silly shaped one. They're actually designed to be extremely useful to us. I really appreciate that. This is the curved Kabuki F83. It's also available now, and you can see how it has a little dip in there. It literally goes like a little ski slope there, and it's designed to hug your contour. It just etches out exactly what you would want with contour. It's probably another reason why I've been loving cream contour lately. It just keeps it wherever you want it. It doesn't over smear it out, which I love. I guess it just takes finding the right products and brushes for you. I just think that's so beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. And you just take it and blend the forehead in. And it's just super quick, isn't it? Super quick, super easy. I'm just very happy to be more into cream contouring as of late. I wonder if I'll stick with it through the winter time. I don't know. And then I just flip it to the flat end and blend in my nose contour. And this is how it looks when it's all blended in, and you guys can just see, in my opinion, that my skin's just so glowy. It looks radiant, it looks really healthy, it looks moisturized, and I just really love that look right now for summer. Next for concealer, again, obsessed. These are two new products that I'm freaking crazy about. I've used them for about a week now and they've been amazing. And of course for summer, sometimes you don't want to use that much concealer. So I'm not saying you need both of these because I think just one does a very great job. But I've also been loving the Tentidol Ultra. These are by Lancome, I'm sorry. This is the Tentidol Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. This is in the shade yellow and they have a ton of shades. They have green, purple, pink, a bunch of ones to use for correcting. And then this is the same type type of concealer, but this is in the shade 215 Buff N. So I'm going to show you guys what I've learned that I like to do. I kind of like to use them both at once, but just very sparingly. So I'll take just a few tiny, literally tiny little dabs of the Lancome like skin tone concealer. I will then just take barely, like, oh gosh, even that was way too much, about like 3 dots of the yellow concealer. Gosh, again, I always just squeeze a little bit too much. There's a lot of freaking product in here. I'm glad they made the nozzles so tiny, as you can see, because it does give you quite a generous amount and you don't need as much as you think you do. It is extremely pigmented. This is probably the best concealer I've used in a long, long time. Isn't that fun? So I like to apply that. I will then take my Sigma Beauty 3D HD blending sponge, and I honestly just mix them together like that and blend it in. Sometimes if I get a little too much yellow, I'll just have to do another light layer of the, you know, flesh toned concealer. But for the most part, it kind of mixes really, really well. That's what I love about these concealers. They just blend so beautifully. And you can see, like, bam, like that is a powerful concealer. I could see you using these if you need to like cover tattoos, anything of that nature. These are very, very powerful. If you do a lot of wedding makeup or anything like that, I think these would be fantastic to have in your kit. I mean, didn't that just blend out into the most beautiful, like, lit area? I just am obsessed with that yellow. If you could only get one, though I really think you should have both, I would maybe suggest trying the yellow one because it's the best corrector I've ever tried, better than the LA Colors, anything like that. It's just so darn pigmented. Maybe try mixing it with any normal concealers you have at home and see if it does a good job for you, because if you had to pick one or the other, I really think you should look into the corrector if brightening is kind of an issue for you. Next, of course, I want to bake that and set that. That's just the only way that keeps my concealer locked in. So this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder that everyone uses. Nothing new here, but to me it really is the best. I just love it. For under the eyes, I do just like to use my sponge for that, the 3D HD sponge. So I'll just kind of look up and pack that underneath. For me personally, because I get a little forehead crease here and I don't have any Botox or fillers or anything like that. No shade, I'm just saying. I have all my natural creasing still going on. So I like to press some powder in there so it won't crease too bad. I also like to bake under my contour. You can keep using the sponge and that works totally fine, you guys. But I also like to use the Bake Kabuki F89 brush. It's purposely made to bake. It is a perfect size and you can use it under the eyes. You can use it everywhere. But I love it just right here underneath my contour. That sharp edge just creates the sharpest line. I love it. Oh, boom. See how that just sharpens it up. Love, love, love. Now that we let that set and bake, I like to take my Sigma Beauty Tapered Face F25 brush and use that to sweep away lightly any of that powder that's still on our skin. I don't like to buff too hard with a real fat brush. I used to use my really big powder brush to do this, and I felt like it was just knocking too much off or just kind of affecting my makeup, so I like to use something a little bit lighter. This brush, it's dense, but it has a nice flow to it. I really don't know how to describe it. I think it just knocks products off really well. Knocks products off. Knocks setting powder, I guess. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, a lot of times I will just leave like my foundation like this. I think the cream contour is enough for just an everyday thing, but I want a little bit more today. And there's something I've been using a lot lately that I wanted to show you guys because I love it. It's this new Makeup Forever Artist Color Powders. This is like my ideal contour shade. Let's see. It's the Artist Face Color S112. S112. I'm going to use my Sigma Powder Sweep F06 brush. This is also really great for sweeping away like powder that you baked with, but it's fantastic for a very light natural contour. So I just kind of like to build that up. Really just in the back hollow, not up front like I kind of put the hula, but just right back in this little patch here. Right up through here, just on top of that hula. And this might seem silly because we already laid down the hula, but I don't know. I like to layer my products. Lastly, for blush and highlighter, I cannot put this down, you guys. And I didn't think that this would be the case. Actually, I kind of just ordered it because it was one of the only things available on her website at a certain time. And I was like, all right, let me get this. This is the Cocoa Collection by Kylie Cosmetics. It has been just everything to me. I love the highlighters in here. I love the blush. I love it all. I love the bronzer even. It's just so convenient to have sitting out on my desk every day and just pick that up and it's got everything I need in it. So I'm going to take my large angled contour F40 brush from Sigma, which is what I like to apply my blush with. You guys can see it's like bang, it's like super, super pigmented. So I like to take this and just dust that onto my cheeks. And it just kind of gives me the exact, I love a, you know, a nice pinky hue on my cheeks. It kind of seems to go with all the eye makeup and all the, you know, lip colors that I do. It's just really nice. And then for highlighter, again, just staying in this palette, I love mixing these two shades together. Just kind of like this. I take my Sigma F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter brush, and it's just, I swear I have a hard time getting highlighter to show up on me. This is one of the only ones that I found that just instantly, it's just like glowy. It's like, bam, I love this highlighter. I kind of would like to know, I think I need to look back into this. Is it on it? Oh yeah, the shades are Troop Beverly Hills and 90210. I would love to have these as individuals because I can tell I'm gonna hit pan soon and I will be devastated. And then of course we need some down the nose. Well, you don't need it, but I like it. And then of course from here we just need to set it, you guys. I've been loving this spray. It's not even a makeup setting spray. I ordered this on Amazon when I saw that they like cannot keep it in stock. I was reading an article about how this product, it's the Teddy Organics Organic Rose Water. It keeps selling out, it's out of stock super duper quick, and they have a face oil too that I also ordered, and they just can't keep it on the shelf. So I was trying it and I love it. It smells so good. It's good for your skin. So I've been using that to not only prep my skin for the makeup, but also set my makeup, and it does a beautiful job. Not to mention the smell, it's just so heavenly. If you're a rose fan, you will love this. And that's really it for my updated summer foundation routine, you guys. Let me know what you think of all the products that I used, or if you have any opinions, of course, always share them in the comments. It's like my favorite part of uploading a video is talking to you guys afterwards. So please, if you're not a common commenter, leave a comment, say hi so that I know that you're watching. I would love to talk to you, truly. I know I get a lot more views than I do comments, so there's a ton of you out there who I've probably never even talked to, so don't be afraid, come say hi. I'd love to chat with you guys. Why am I waving? I'm so awkward, sorry. I'm like in Talladega Nights where it's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. That's me all the time. I'm always just like, da, 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 da. Definitely come follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I will have them all linked down below. They're all ThatGirlShaeXo, just like my channel. And thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!